So Father's Day is June 16th, 2024. And we're going to do some research right here. Some really good ideas as far as newer designs making sales, or just older designs from like last year that are starting to make sales this year, right? And get the head start. So the same concept for this too as well. You just want to think about what's selling and get that head start. You want to get that momentum, right? So you want to catch that trend. So when it starts to trend up, you're one of the first potential designs or ideas up there on your print on demand platform. This can be for Etsy, this can be for Redbubble, this can be for Amazon.com. And then all the research that I'm showing in this video is going to be on Amazon.com because it's the #1 online shopping platform. So first idea that we're getting into is, and this is interesting because it's First Time Uncle 2024. Now, this is interesting because you're seeing that they're mixing Father's Day and new first Father's Day for an uncle. I find that pretty interesting because I see like people just the first Father's Day and then buying a t-shirt First Time Uncle, right? For the uncle that's very involved with the baby, or is going to be very involved with the baby. So you can think of uncle, you could think of aunt. That would be a good idea. But this is obviously starting to trend for 2024. Now you're going to want to think of 2025, 2026. Just kind of get ahead of that. Now let's take a look at this BSR. So idea two, they're probably leveraging this Father's Day keyword, right? And what they're doing is it's made its first sale in 2023 in November. But then look at, as we're getting closer and closer, just this year in general, and then getting closer and closer to Father's Day, it seems like this is going to go down and start to rank consistently. So this is actually a really good idea. Just thinking about just, first time uncle or first time father or first time mom, you know what I mean? It all, the bigger picture, it makes sense because it's like this, obviously it's working for Father's Day because it's starting to make more sales. The data don't lie, guys. The data does not lie. Next one is softball grandpa. So softball dads, father, you can see what they're doing here. Softball Father's Day. I'm not sure where the dad stuff. Let's see what they're doing there. But softball grandpa Father's Day. I'm just thinking of just the dad buying the grandpa a gift for Father's Day. And so that can be a really good. I'll buy you that shirt for Father's Day. Like you kind of get the concept behind that. I think it's a good idea when it comes to that because it's just like, I'll buy you that for Father's Day, Dad. Or, you know what I mean? So you kind of get the idea of what they're, it's a gift giving day, but you also want to think, you're thinking of father, you're thinking of grandpa, you're thinking of great grandpa too as well. So you dive in deeper and now you're mixing it in sports. You can see what they did right here with softball, right? There's softball, baseball, football, basketball. I made a video on this too as well, talking about baseball, and it's trending, right? This is a perfect example. There's a reason why it's making sales, right? Wait, it's doing what it's doing. And we have the softball with the bat again. So that seems to be a big thing for anything baseball or softball. It's made its first sale this year, 2024. But look at, you see that if you're looking at it, if you're looking at it, you're seeing the BSR, how it's kind of just going down in a downwards trend, right? It's first sale here, right? But then it's made its sell, then it goes down, and then it goes up right here, and it's made its sell, and it goes down. So that's when it's made its first sell. But then it goes a little bit up. Now it goes down because it's starting to rank into the algorithm more. As you're seeing that, and that's going all the way up, and then we'll see what happens when it gets closer and closer to Father's Day as they're using that keyword phrase into the title. Also, too, what I'm using to find all these different niches and coming up with different ideas. You can obviously use Amazon.com. You can go to Etsy. You can go to Redbubble, wherever you're doing research. But my personal tool that I like to use is Merch Informer. And what I did was type in Father's Day into the Merch Informer, product research, Merch Hunter, and then I just typed in Father's Day. And then I just came down here and just came up with different ideas and things that I found in here that would be a good idea for a t-shirt design, and always trying to look for, results with like as low competition, like you give you an idea or you give you an idea for a different phrase. So looking for the lower competition, but also looking for just like phrases that you can leverage to come up with different ideas, like newer concepts, newer ideas, stuff like that. Because, most likely if you create a design and you're the only one person up there, you're going to make sales, right? So also, too, there's like a 7-day free trial that's gonna be down below in the description. Use my coupon code, you get a kickback from that. I get a kickback from that. You know what I mean? And then you get to use the tool. If you don't like it, just cancel it at any time. But it's a really awesome tool to use as far as research. Now, cooking dad. So now we're thinking of different occupations, right? And different occupations. So there's cooking dad, maybe your dad's a doctor, maybe your dad's a lawyer. There's now how they leverage, see how they did #1 They basically use the spoon, the cooking spoon, as number one dad, and they put a little chef hat. There's different things that can be done right here. There's so many different things. Whatever you're, let's say your dad, like I said, is a teacher, or let's say if he's a lawyer, or whatever it is. If you're using the kind of understand the elements or just different things that they use a lot inside of a certain occupation, you can leverage this tool as well and create your own unique design. And this is one way to do it, right? So you can see Father's Day, number one daddy, number one cooking dad. You can see what they did there. And then I can see even just like barbecue, like barbecuing, the perfect time in this going closer to summer. We know that barbecue is going to trend because more people are going to be outside enjoying the sun and barbecuing. So that is something big right there too as well. So Father's Day and barbecuing, that's really big. Cooking, that's all big right there. Come down here, look at the all-time sales, and it's made its first sale in 2023 of June. So they got it up. But now this year, it looks like they're going to be onto something, and it's going to be, look at it, got all the way down to, this is a newer design too, 71K BSR, 59K BSR. That's in Q4. So this year looks like it's going to be on track to do its best ever. But with that being said, like what's going to happen for the years to come? The years to come, it most likely is going to make even more sales. Really cool design. Promoted from dog dad to human dad. So this is an interesting one. So you can be maybe cat dad to human dad, or you know what I mean? There's promoted from, you can even mix with even just different animals, right? Different animals are using that retro with the paw. There's probably, you can, instead of like a iguana, you can put like an iguana here, maybe a iguana paw or something like that, if that makes sense. Instead of promoted from iguana dad to human dad, promoted to iguana dad to human dad, right? That'd be a good idea. Pretty cool design. Now let's see if the data backs it up. It's made its first sale 22.2, so 2 years. It's been on the market for 2 years, right? And it seems to be making sales probably like once a month, but this year it seems to be doing a little bit better, but we'll see how it does. It's the key Father's Day. Let's see how it does for this year. But looking at the data, it seems to be, maybe there's something something different that you can do here to make it better, or just like, think of a different saying that can be more funnier, anything like that to help this, like a design like this, rank better into the algorithm. Now, Strawberry Dad, Father's Day, berry. Look what they did. So the only thing they did was to switch out the A and just put like a certain fruit. And this is a good idea because you can scale this out into different designs. I mean, like different fruits, so grapes, blueberries, strawberries like they did there, watermelon. There's a whole different thing. There's a ton of different things that you can do. And same thing you can do with mom too as well, right? So just think of mom. This is a perfect example. You can do that with mom too. And we come over here, look at all-time sales. It's made its first sale in 2023, right? But as you look at just something simple like that, it's making sales. And then look like it's going into the summer, especially like think of like any type of fruit, like certain type of fruit seed, like a watermelon does really well. Ice cream does really, like, you know what I mean? Just certain things like that do start to do really well during the summer. If you can think of an idea, that would be a good one. Now, this one right here, I've seen this one on Etsy a few different times. So just like matching, so just pizza pie, sliced dad, son, matching pizza Father's Day t-shirt. So it's basically a whole pizza, right? But just missing one slice, and which would be right here. The son would be wearing this one, the father would be wearing this one, and then we'd be taking cute pictures together. Now this is like a perfect, think about it, this is a perfect like Instagram post. So that's another good way. Just looking for matching t-shirts on Instagram, or just going research on Instagram to see what ideas are out there, and it can be possibly a good idea to create a t-shirt like that. 2023 made its first sale, and then as of going into this year, it's starting to make its most sales ever. And for Father's Day, you can see it did some damage right here. See the little squiggly line right there? Now, if we go into this year, going into Father's Day, it looks like it's going to be do better than last year for Father's Day, which is a win, right? Let's check out this one. This is the son. Like I said, the son would be wearing this one. Made its first sale last year, 2023. All right. And then, and it's inspiring people not to buy one t-shirt, but two t-shirts. So you go from one sale to two sales. Now think about that too as well. That can literally, making two sales, people buying a matching shirt can make all the difference. And you making that extra $5 or $3 or an extra $100 for the month. Just think about that, what the month, not for the day. Just think about it for the month. He can help you make an extra $100 for the day, but it all depends. It can go viral. You can make even more than that, right? Especially like, learning from like the solar eclipse or just any of, the popular trending shirts for Father's Day or Mother's Day, anything like that. Certain designs make over thousands and thousands of dollars per month. Now, ain't no hood like fatherhood. Pretty cool. This is simple text-based design, nothing too crazy. It's going to be done in seconds. Now, one thing too, I'm going to tell you, is if you feel some type of way, you don't understand it. Like if you feel like it's infringing or any type of way, you're seeing like a lot of Taylor Swift designs up right now. I would not be doing those type of designs, just to be aware, just kind of just throw that out there. And everything that I'm sharing with you is just give you an insight of what's selling, but not only that, just give you idea what's trending, what's coming up, what can you possibly make sales with. I've been doing this for over 7 years now, and this is like the very beginning of me doing this. There was like very little competition, right? But now all of a sudden it starts to be a well-known business. There start to be more and more competition. But over the years, this is the same type of research I've been doing since day one. I've generated over, $300,000, $350,000 in sales all time, pushing close to 400,000. But this is just what it is, right? And then if you want to get bigger with the revenue, right? It's like, I don't know, that's in millions. It's up there. But the same concept, the same idea that I'm sharing with you, that's just what it is. Understanding what's coming up, understand the market, the research, what's selling, where's the demand at, and then if this is doing really good, what can I create to be different from everyone else? So, and yeah, just double checking. It's part of the game, part of the business, checking for trademarks and making sure that you're just basically not infringing on anyone else's, brand or anything like that. So ain't no hood like fatherhood. Simple text-based design. Come down, look at all-time sales. See this marriage first sell in 2023. It's starting to crank in and make sales, but look at this little loop. I'm not sure what's going on right there. Father's Day. I'm curious to see what happens right here because it looks like it was when it's made its first sell, 4 months ago? 5 months ago, it's made its first sale. Looked like it was doing pretty dang good. And even going into the new year, but now there's this big old loop up here that went all the way up. I'm curious to see what's going to happen for Father's Day with this type of design. 370, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. But I feel like this can be potentially be a top-selling design because there was a design that we found for Mother's Day that was actually kind of very similar to this one, right? The same concept, same idea, and it seemed to be doing pretty good. So I'm just curious to see what happens. Yeah, no, but anything like this, anything that's a funny, like slang type of saying or phrase, it'd be a good idea to create a design for because anything that you can do something like that, especially on a t-shirt, they always seem to be pretty good, especially text-based. You don't have to be some freaking amazing artist or designer or anything like that. You can create a simple text-based design and then it makes sales, right? So, but obviously understanding the concept and the research. So with that being said, guys, if you want more research like this and you want low competition research, watch this video right here next. Any questions or concerns, feel free to comment down below. Peace out.